Welcome to Martin Survival. Knowing the vegetation is absolutely critical in your local area. It can either benefit you or it can be very toxic. So knowing how to tell the difference between an edible and a medicinal plant compared to a toxic plant is extremely important. Not too long ago I did find a very useful plant. This is called broadleaf plantain, and I want to explain some of the uses, and we'll actually harvest some of the seeds. So stay with me and I'll be back with you guys shortly. Alright, so here we have it. This is broadleaf plantain, and mixed in with this plantain I'm actually seeing lots of useful plants. I'm seeing watercress a little farther down this little creek here. I'm seeing nettles, I'm seeing wild grape, so we definitely have a lot of useful plants. But we'll just go ahead and cover the broadleaf plantain for right now. This is, as you can see, a nice broadleaf. We have the veins running with the leaf. And we also have these little stalks and stems here with seeds. And I'm going to gather these in just a second here. But we'll first of all go over some of the history and some of the uses with this broadleaf plantain. This is a European native. It was brought over to the States as a food source. And historically, this has been used medicinally for kidney disease, kidney stones, urinary tract infection, bronchitis, influenza, and a lot more. So this is definitely a good medicinal plant. It's almost completely edible, so we can gather some of the young leaves and cook these as a spinach. The older mature leaves, I find that they're a little bit too bitter for my liking. Technically they are still edible, but it's not one of my favorites. But definitely a useful plant, and one of my favorite stages is right now. As you can see, we have lots of seeds on each one of these stalks, and these seeds are excellent. I actually find that they don't have much of a taste, but they are a source of fiber, and we can also make an oil out of this. So if we can gather some of these seeds and remove the husk around the seed, we can mix it with water and make a skin oil, and it's very soothing to your hands. But what I'll do right now is I'll go ahead and gather some of these seeds, show you how to separate some of the husk around the seed, and we'll have ourselves a little bit of a snack here. You know, there's lots of questions in how to remove the seeds from the stem, and it's actually quite simple. I see a lot of people that try to throw in gear with this when they actually start removing the seeds, and there's really no gear that's needed. All I do is I start off at the base and I move my hand up the stem very slowly. We of course want to make sure that this is clean. We recently went through our monsoon rains, and that blew a lot of dirt and mud all over the place. So we want to make sure that this is nice and clean, like I said. Okay, so then I'll just kind of dump that off into my hand, and I'm already seeing some of the seeds. The seeds have kind of a reddish tinge to it, and I'll do another one. So I gathered 3 of these. I don't need a lot. I want to let nature chart its own course, and I'll just once again move my hand up very slowly. Now if this was for real and I was living off of the land for an extended amount of time, or if it was survival and I had all of my priorities taken care of, I would absolutely gather as much as possible, because I'm in it as well. So lots of little critters will come in and harvest these, and as these start to mature a little bit more, they'll just drop off and they go to waste. Okay. Alright, so that should be about good. And as you can see, we have all the fluff, but we also have the seeds at the bottom. So now how do you remove the fluff from the seeds? You got to separate the two. All I do is I transfer it into both of my hands like this, and I'll just blow. Very slight. Once again, transfer it over and blow. You don't want to blow too hard, just enough to separate that fluff. Once again, transfer it over to my right hand. Blow. And just keep on doing this until you see those red seeds. Now we have everything separated. So as you can see, I have those reddish brown looking seeds. I can eat them whole. Just like that. They have kind of a starchy taste to it. Like I said earlier, they don't have much of a flavor, but they're not bad. Well, heading down farther, I found another useful plant. This is actually one of my favorites. This is called watercress. It's completely edible. Now, I don't want to get this confused with water parsnip, because in this area, water parsnip is toxic. The difference is when you crush it up, you'll smell a peppery type smell. And this definitely has that. So this is telling me this is watercress. Water parsnip smells a little bit lemony. And I can eat this as is. Very good in taste, a little bit spicy, has a little bit of a radishy flavor. Excellent, excellent deal. All right, folks, so that's just about going to wrap things up today. I do appreciate you joining me for this video. I'm Jeff with martinsurvival.com, and we'll see you in the next one. That was some good eating there, folks.